Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Wild Man Creations. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Jay, and this afternoon we are going to make a coconut cream pie. And before we get started, as I've told you before, I'm not a baker, so I bought a prepared crust, and at some point, I don't know what happened, there was a fight in the freezer, the chicken legs kicking the crap out of somebody, I don't know, lamb chops were throwing things around. Pound of hamburger fell. I don't know what happened, but anyway, it cracked my shell, and I tried to get it put back together best I could before I cooked it. Obviously, I didn't get it all the way done, but we're going to work with what we have. And the other thing that we need to do is we need to toast some coconut. When you do this, it toasts really fast, so be careful and pay attention to how long it's in there. So we're going to put that in right now and let that go while we're putting our other ingredients together. And it's better if you have a double broiler. I don't have one, so we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. A cup and a half of half and half, and a cup and a half of coconut milk. It's a little less than a whole can. There's probably another, I don't know, half a cup in there, maybe a third of a cup. A quarter teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt, you can use whatever you want. 2 eggs, and I beat them, and I beat them like a red-headed stepchild, I mean to tell you. I know some people may not think that's funny. I have 2 red-headed daughters. They don't mind. I've got 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of cornstarch. I have 1 teaspoon of coconut extract, but we're going to put that in after we get the custard made. So there's going to be a lot of stirring. And you stir and stir and stir until you can't stir anymore. This generally takes about, 20-30 minutes. But the thing is, you don't want to burn it, because if you burn it, you ruin your pie. So with that being said, I'll bring you back here when when I get the coconut toasted, because I'll probably still be stirring this. You don't need that one. Anyway, if y'all stick around, you don't need to watch me do this. It's just going to be stir, 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 stir for 20-30 minutes until it gets pretty thick. Anyway, if y'all will sit tight, we'll be back here in a little bit. Sit tight. Okay, so there's our toasted coconut. I checked it at about 8 minutes, and it was browning around the edges, so I got a spatula out and kind of flipped it up and mixed it all up. The last time I did it, I wasn't paying attention. I almost burned it. It was like really, really, really done. If you like it darker than that, you can leave it in a little bit longer. This is probably, I don't know, maybe 12 minutes. So anyway, we'll let that cool as we continue to stir our mixture over here. You see I've switched over to a whisk, because that spoon I had, I could feel there was still sugar and stuff down the bottom. This helped to break it up just a little bit more. So anyway, I'm going to keep stirring, and I'll bring you back when we get to Nirvana. Y'all sit tight. Okay, we're just about there. I don't know if you can see how thick that is. But you want the consistency of You know, thick puddings like right before, right after it starts to boil, or right on the edge of boiling. As it cools, it's going to continue to set up. So, thing is, you don't want to stop stirring it because you don't want it to burn on the bottom. Like I said, if you have a double boiler, that's even better because you don't have that direct flame on the bottom of your pot or pan. And again, with the pie crust, you know, this isn't a state fair competition. Alright, it's getting really hard to stir, so I think we're about there. You can tell. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. So now you take it off the heat. See if I can do this without making a giant mess. You add your teaspoon of coconut extract and 3/4 of a cup of your toasted coconut. Stir that all in there real good. That looks like it's mixed up pretty good. Let me change utensils here because I have a feeling I'm going to want a rubber spatula. Anyway, you see how thick that is. Tell you what, I'm not going to put all that in there. I'll end up with a mess. I won't be able to put my whipped cream on top. We'll figure out something to do with this here in a little bit. Heck, if I'd have played my cards right, could have made some little muffins or something out of them. Anyway, we're going to let that cool. In the meantime, I'm going to get set up to make some whipped cream, and I'll bring you back for that. We can make the whipped cream while this is cooling off. When this gets cool enough for me to put in the refrigerator, I'm going to do that so it'll cool off quicker. But I did end up with that much extra toasted coconut, and we're just going to use that as a garnish on top of the whipped cream. So anyway, I will bring you guys back here in a little bit. So hang with me. Okay, welcome back, welcome back. Now to make our whipped cream, we've got a pint of heavy whipping cream. And you can use 1/4 to 1/2 of powdered sugar. I'm going with the 1/4. I don't think it needs to be any sweeter than that. That's just me. A teaspoon, I hope I have enough, of coconut extract. Just barely. And then just whip it up. Whip it good into shape. there. Because you don't want to make butter out of it, I'm telling you. That wouldn't be good on your coconut cream pie. Anyway, that's what that looks like. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator, let it stay cold while the pie is cooling down, and then we'll bring you back in a few hours. Well, it'll just be a minute for you guys, but I'll be back in a few hours, and we'll dress it up, and we'll put the toasted coconut on there, and then we'll try it out. So hang around. We'll be back here in a minute. All right, y'all. As my grandpa used to say, I'm back like a bad cold. Get the pie and the whipped cream. And so I didn't waste what was left over. Made a couple of little lunch desserts. So put a little cream on those, and I'll be able to take those to in my lunch the next couple of days. So we'll do that right quick. So we don't waste it. Yeah, need a little more. A little more. So anyway, that's what we did with the leftovers. And don't waste this. All right, so we're going to dress this up a little bit. Ooh, wee, that cream's good. And again, you put it on there as, you know, as much or as little as you like. Again, I'm not a cake decorator or a pie maker, but I get the job done. I don't want to get too carried away with whipped cream. I think that's enough. I got a ton here. I might put a little bit more on those. But I don't know. That might be good on some waffles in the morning. What do you think? So we'll say that we're not going to waste it. We'll use it. We'll figure out something to do with it. And then here is the rest of the toasted coconut. I'm just going to pretty it up a little bit. Oh man, it smells good. Probably enough. So anyway, there she is. Coconut cream pie. Give me just a minute and I'm going to cut into it and then we'll give it a little taste. Y'all stick around. Uh-oh. That one's for peanut. This one's for the old man. If I can get it out of there. Well, we had a little problem, but you get the idea. Clean it up in a little bit. Oh man, if you like coconut, you need to try this. It's nice and light and non-fattening and all that good. Indulge, man. Live your life. It's good stuff. Anyway, I probably have it all over my face, but anyway. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate it very much. If you would, subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video. Hit that like button. Hit the notification bell. Select all if you want to see more of these. And again, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me tonight. And we'll see what's coming up next. I don't know. We'll have something. Anyway, have a good night.